Boy.
The first thing you're going to want to do is take your product of choice. I'm going to use the eyebrow pencil because that's the easiest thing for me to use when I outline my brows, but you could use a pomade. I guess you could use a powder, but you would kind of want to use something that's more precise so that your eyebrows are more sharp. And I'm just going to outline the shape of my eyebrows. Keep in mind you want to take your time because this is basically like the foundation of your brows. So your eyebrow shape is going to end up however you outlined it in the beginning. And then when I go to the inner part of my brows, I try to draw it on lighter, but this pencil, you can't really see it, that it's lighter on camera. Then I just fill in my brows. At the ends, you want to do it darker, and then as you get towards the inner part of your eyebrow, get lighter. So you have that gradient effect. Because you do not want block eyebrows. I repeat, we're not having block eyebrows. So just make sure that when you get towards the inner part of your eyebrow, you want to make sure your product is lighter. Next, you're just going to brush out your eyebrows. I feel like this is an important step too, because it just makes your eyebrows look more uniform. Your hairs are all laying in the same direction, and you're distributing and kind of in a way blending in the product more so that the lines aren't as harsh and it all just looks seamless. And I brush it up a lot more in the inner corners just because I like how that looks. If you don't, you don't have to do that. Next thing I'm going to do is take the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color dark brown and just outline the tips in the middle so that the tip is darker, and it just accentuates that gradient effect that you want to get. And the excess product I just kind of bring towards the inner part of my eyebrow. And throughout, I'll brush it out just so that I can keep the product distributed. So I'm just going to do the same thing to this brow. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Gotcha Concealer and my concealer flat brush and start to carve out my brows. Now, I feel like this is the point in your eyebrow tutorial, well, routine, where you can either leave your brows as they are. You don't have to conceal them, but the concealer just takes your brows to a whole nother level. Like, you'll go from a 7 to a 10.5 really quick just by making your brows or concealing your brows. They just look a lot more sharp. And if you messed up, say when you were filling it in or outlining, concealing helps clean up those mistakes, so then your brows are super straight and look really clean. And now I'm just blending it out, and I'm going to use the pad of my finger just to blend it out even more. And I'll just go back over like where I think I need to conceal, or if I think my eyebrows are too thick too, I'll take the concealer and just go right over it, so then it'll make it thinner. So now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other brow by outlining and blending. So this is the part of my brows where I've blended and concealed, and so I have those two lines in the middle, so I'll just use my finger to kind of blend that out and use a spoolie to brush it up on the inner corners so that it looks more natural, and then blend that back in so then your brows don't have those two like sharp lines from the concealer. And then I'll just go back and kind of fix those inner corners so that my brows still look extra sharp. And continue to blend with the pad of my finger. Well, that's the final look. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.